is that Twisted Fate has just been let through this draft, which is maybe the first time in this tournament.
Yeah, it is actually quite surprising. And on top of all that, Rengar is let through as well. But I think Banana has a different path line here, picking up the Jarvan 4 instead. Looking at QWQ, priorities onto Rakan and Kai'Sa bot lane. So Twisted Fate is still going to be up. QWQ doesn't want it because now with Rakan and Galio locked in, it's favoring or it's opting for a Galio mid lane.
Yeah, it really does suck to play Twisted Fate into characters like Galio and Pantheon that can follow you. Also interesting here, we're going to likely get the run back in the jungle. This will be Vendetta playing as Rengar. QWQ draft an Aurelia perhaps directly into it. And yeah, this is going to be jungle Aurelia. That is going to be a very direct challenge from Tommy. He's saying, fight me, Vendetta. I think I can mechanics check you on assassins.
Ooh. But on top of that, you know what? Twisted Fate last locked in by Banana. So it looks like a very, very tanky composition so far for Banana here, having Gragas as a support, Sen as the ADC, Rengar jungler, and even Jarvan 4 as the Baron lane. So pretty much so much tanky champions from Banana that QWQ needs to overcome.
But this just looks to me, TJ, like a comp that Banana are well rehearsed on. They know exactly what they're doing when they're playing this Senna Gragas in the bot lane. Sure, we got the Twisted Fate and we have that Rengar. Anywhere on the map is not going to be safe. When the hunt gets popped, it's not going to be fun for you. And at the same vein, the fact is that their bans have not changed a single time since they've played this team. 4 times in a row now up against QWQ, it has been Lee Sin, Ziggs, and Camille. They don't care. They think like if you don't have those champions, you just don't have enough. We're going to throw it over to our casting team for game 1 of this lower bracket final to qualify for the grand final into bracket C. It's Contra and Riku.
Well, thank you very much, Skimmy. And here we are, the final series of the night, and we have Banana taking on QWQ. So I really do wonder, you know, like whether if QWQ could actually pull them some games back to their side.
I love it. I love you came prepared with the props with the bananas. Now we'll see if QWQ will come in with their tears here, because this is a rematch and we know how this ended last time. It was a complete sweep 3-0 in favor of Banana, and of course Vendetta back at it again with the Rengar plus the Twisted Fate. This is going to be deadly, absolutely deadly with their mid and jungle combo, and the fact that they have that global ult coming from Tails for the assistance. Wherever Vendetta is going to go, Thrill of the Hunt, they've got Soul to follow through, and as well as Tails ult.
That's right. Let's peel right through into game 1 as QWQ is on blue side. And I really do like that you bring up the power that Banana has in that level 1. But when we go into the mid game here, once that I really get some good items in, I think she could contribute really well if she could get the Vanguard's edge in some of these team fights.
I have to agree with you there. I mean, earlier into the series, we did get to see an Aurelia popping off. It is Bruce, but this time it is going to be Tommy that has been playing all of these unorthodox picks towards the jungle. We'll see if that is going to pan out. I mean, when we look at the lineup coming from Banana, we've got Soul, who is pretty vulnerable to an Aurelia. The same most likely goes for Asena, assuming that the root is off cooldown. And the same could possibly go for Vendetta as well. Get in the stun and the Vanguard's edge, and I feel like it's going to be beautiful.
Indeed, I could definitely imagine all these chain combos coming in from Banana. Now let's look back into some of the other matchups that we have here in the early game. Now, this is the Senna alongside with the Gragas over the bot side. There's a lot of crowd control to be offered, like you said. And early on, QWQ is already getting suppressed, but here comes the taunt, and Tommy's looking for the stun. Does not connect. So managed to flash out of that.
I think Tommy can make a second visit. TF without a flash is just going to be incredibly vulnerable. With a Galio in the mid lane, taunt, stun, lock-in coming from Tommy, it is going to be the perfect formula. And it's a 2 birds in 1 stone kind of thing. If you shackle Soul, then that means Vendetta, he doesn't have any of the tag team available for his role.
Oh boy, but
damage.
He just gets caught, and that's going to be Ignite. First blood coming in for Tia Banana. Well, Lukian's all alone, but QWQ won't be able to do all too much for now.
That is the sad part about this lane, this duo matchup in general in the bot lane, because you've got the Gragas with a very strong engage. Whenever Butzai will come in, Scarlet Petal is just gonna get that body slam on the board. So, and the Kaisa is just gonna get arranged by the Senna in general. So this is a very painful lane. So this setups to get priority. This setups for Vendetta just getting that tower dive easy.
Yeah, and I guess this is the reason why we see a lot of Senna Ben. You just become pretty oppressive in lane. And Scarlet Petal wasn't even level 5 to drop in that explosive cast. So we're looking to see if it's going to be another level 5 all-in coming out of Banana over the bottom side. Hotin's holding his own pretty fine against his Jarvan, which I think most often than not, Jarvan could just basically slowly poke him down.
Yeah, that's true. Is able to gain some distance at least. Able to farm minions with a spear as well, and getting out of range of the apprehend, and getting poked out by the area as well. So this isn't exactly what Hotin wants in this Darius lane. So we'll see if Hotin gets poked some more. I feel like Vendetta will take a trip towards top.
Yeah, I guess maybe not at the moment, as Vendetta is roaming down bottom side. And I don't think that the rest of QWQ will be pushing out the waves anytime soon. So objectives coming up, we're going to start off here with the Infernal Drake here. So as of late, I think Banana so far hasn't really had too much priorities on that. But instead, there's a little bit of engagement. Easily disengaged with the cast, but he's still trying to run away. He doesn't really have the cooldowns up. Loken goes in for the final tap. One more for QWQ.
Yeah, nicely done there. Tommy anticipated the potential aggression coming from Banana bot lane, and therefore just stood by, and is able to get rewarded. They get 2 kills. They even get the Infernal Drake as well. Meanwhile, for the side of Banana, I feel like, okay, they get Rift Herald. They get to unlock the top side, meaning, Nitrogen is gonna have the space to execute to get that team fight or the skirmishes.
Bolton in the middle of it all. That's going to be a good entrance there right through. And it's stolen! CLJ took it right under their noses, and now Banana has to run. 4 men chasing right, and Soul taken out eventually, and there's no escape whatsoever. That's great for QWQ.
It is. They get so many fights. The fact that they also managed to steal the Rift Herald means they get a 2 for 2 in objectives at the 4-minute mark. This is a completely different start from what we've seen back in their matchup against Banana. Let's take a look at that again. So Hotin in the middle of it all. You know what? I'm going to be here just for the grand entrance, hero's entrance rather, to come in and going to get the Winds of War smite. I think that's absolutely insane. Vendetta falls. And we talked about this before. Galio Gragas, really good against a Rengar, because he's just gonna go in, eats a taunt, and probably is gonna die next.
Yeah, and now QWQ has definitely figured out how to deal with Banana. The last time they both met, it's a trio in favor of Banana. Now it's gonna be another dive up mid, but Banana diffused the situation with Soul just popping out that flash. So now we gotta look into this problem for Banana, right? So Rengar, if he wants to take any sort of objectives, he has to be wary of all these global elements that could actually fly right in. I guess there's only one coming from CLJ, but that Darius was just about good enough just to soak in some damage, just to buy a little bit more time at least for Tommy to come right in.
Exactly. And I mean, constantly QWQ has been pressuring Soul, so he's not even able to use Destiny for the past few minutes already, and it hasn't been able to impact the side lane. So I really like the way Tommy and CLJ has been approaching this early game, and the fact that they have been, utilizing their globals as well to win the skirmishes. We've seen that Rift Herald steal. So now Banana, what are their adjustments? Because this is exactly the complete opposite of what we've seen in their previous series, where Vendetta and Soul rather, complimenting Vendetta for him to just spin out of control.
That's right. I think that they need to find an avenue at the very least, and perhaps that avenue is to find a little bit more leads towards the bottom lane, which we saw. Banana played that one pretty well at the very least, getting a few kills in for the Gragas, but they didn't try to pry open the bottom lane, and this is where Banana just goes for, a little bit more passiveness for the temporary moment. So if it's going to be this kind of form that we're looking at Banana, they're not going to have a good game.
Yeah, it is going to be a very sad game. Happy game, I suppose, for QWQ. Off to a good start so far. I mean, they still also have Lockian as their late game insurance on this Kaisa. So, but then on the opposite side, you do have that infinite scaling as well coming from the Senna. But when it comes to fast, bursty damage output after the Killer Instinct into the Arcadian Rain later on, you gotta hand it to Lockian here on this Kaisa.
Indeed. So far, I think the new substitute player of QWQ has been performing really well. Oh boy, look at the damage. Now, Holton, he's got to run away from the turret. You look at who's there. Vendetta coming by, and this might just be that perfect setup right there, but diving the Darius is always going to be a risky call. He still has the flash, still has the barrier, and I think Vendetta says, you know what, maybe we just aim for the turret.
Yeah, they're going to be satisfied with just that. Loving the fact that Hyotin has been playing a little bit more safer, already has seen it coming, knowing the fact that, he's half HP already. I'm pretty sure Vendetta is going to be nearby. But look at this!
Oh.
It's not going to be an engage.
Just the Vanguard's edge touching by the tip, and the Twisted Fate is getting bullet all over the mid lane, not having any sort of party at all, and that gives a lot more room for QWQ here to also work on that Drake. 2 Drakes in a row, but Banana, they're unable to respond. I guess me bringing the bananas here, maybe I shaken them a little bit.
Maybe it is because, Banana, or rather QWQ right now has complete control of the game, and it all started with, again, shackling Soul here. Therefore, he's unable to use the Destiny, unable to assist Vendetta, and this could be a collapse.
Oh, that's a beautiful one coming from Bajai. He gets the knockup. Here comes Killer Instinct as well. They're going to dive right under the turret, but QWQ have arrived to see it perfectly in time. They will take out the TF, now going for Iron Nitrogen as well, as he will slowly walk away. There is the Ignite, but TLJ won't be able to connect anything else other than that.
Thrill of the Hunt used defensively here. And now QWQ really love the collapse that they did. Banana getting a little bit desperate to open up the map and equalize the score, the tower score here. And they got punished.
Yeah, and I just feel like they have very different priorities. This time around, both teams are playing a little bit more of a macro play approach than to go all 5v5 like the last time that they met. So QWQ, definitely fast learners into many of these series that we see here in Bracket C.
And they've managed to sort of empower Tommy this time around and match the same concept that, Banana has been doing. They've been playing around Vendetta. They've been playing around him getting that big snowball potential.
Whoa!
And look at this!
Wow, the flash, the pull, the donks all come in. That's a kill. So, I feel like there's no airtime at all for this Twisted Fate the whole game. Now the Baron.
I know. It was so sad having to just wanting to farm this Grump, but look at this. Yeah, Banana. Sneaky.
Do they have enough HP? Are they sure about this?
No.
They need to sneak it early.
They are.
They sneaked it. Team Banana. Okay, I guess this is definitely going to be something that QWQ didn't expect at all.
There were no vision there. The vision coming from QWQ was very much invested towards the top or bottom portion of the map, as they do want to keep securing or chipping down that tower away, or maybe even possibly get picks off of Soul because, he just wants to get his blue buff. And in the meantime, this is off to a good start for QWQ. I think the biggest question is, how will they be able to finish? Because, looking at the gold lead, it is still a 3k gold difference. But at the same time, QWQ has these dragons slowly building towards the Elder Drake as that win condition.
That's going to be really vital for QWQ. Here comes another engagement. Hero's entrance comes into play. That's where the flash comes out from Dark Petal. He will move aside while CLJ on an awkward position. Gold card drops in, but Banana will fall right back there, not choosing to commit. I guess that's good enough of a call for Banana.
Yeah, they let go a lot of key ults here, like the Explosive Cask, like as well Tails' ult. So that was the time they wanted to call it quits. And we'll see what the next play is going to be. So far, I feel like we've only seen Destiny once a collapse.
Oh, here comes round 2.
Tommy.
They want this one pretty badly. Nitrogen will give his life for that. Well, they all get locked in the Cataclysm for a little bit, but there is a push up mid though. priorities for QWQ here is pigs after pigs, but they don't care about their turrets.
Exactly. They wanted to maximize the Baron buff, and, you know, Banana just couldn't do anything at that point. Instead of, you know, just waiting for the Baron buff to expire, might as well just try to find picks here and there and relieve pressure because of Banana's sneaky buff take. And yeah, so far, while QWQ has been getting these kills, it hasn't exactly transitioned into tower takes, so right now, Banana can breathe a little bit easy, but the fact still remains QWQ is building more of these dragons, and the Elder Drake is going to be even scarier as a win condition for QWQ.
This is going to be so rough. Now you got amplification of damage, you got Omni-Vam and some shield as well. They're just getting beefier as it goes, so this Darius is going to be having happy times alongside with Tommy. Well, majority of QWQ, of course, in general. But as it stands, Banana, if they really want to do something, but Soul just gotta come into effect here, and once again, another pick up over the bottom side. iNitrogen left with a 3 versus 1, and you just gotta say sayonara for that.
There's an incoming. Oh!
Here comes Redemption, though. QWQ, they make opt to back away, while Vendetta, he opens up Troll of the Hunt, while CLJ just casually shoving back into the mid lane. So Banana, they choose not to go in for that fight. Now they catch out CLJ. That's going to be body slam. Scarlet Petal dropping low, but I'm not getting that knockup. Now Tommy just paying a little bit of visit, a little bit of drive-by. I guess it's okay. Maybe it's going to be Baron number 2 so early. It's about, you know, less than 30 minutes. And now this is where QWQ calls the shot.
Yeah, especially Destiny has been used in a way to just gather information, not exactly to play, to make a play from a different portion of the map.
Mid lane battle once again. Hills now will have to flash away. Scarlet Petal will find an escape route, somehow getting unpunished. Banana, they're probably grinning that, hey, we're not supposed to get out of that scot-free.
Yeah, he gets away. QWQ wanted to take an opportunity of that window without the cask, without Tails' ult, so at that point, it felt like an opportunity, but Scarlet Petal, he's fine. He's fine. He has Roa. Rabadon's gonna be pretty painful for sure. And now RARFC for Soul and as well as Lichbane, so bigger range for the gold card. It's gonna be a little bit painful right after. So I think, you know, this is a very, very awkward start for Banana, I suppose, like series-wise, because looking at their previous series and how dominating they were, QWQ is just basically setting this tempo.
That's right, and the fact that they are having good leads, but they're not really using it to full effect, other than getting this top lane turret. So they are playing a little bit more of a slow tempo control, maybe learn a few stuff coming from Flash Wolves in those previous series. Now the problem for Banana, once again, just needing Soul to get back on track. He's already got those 3 items that he needs, so that he could possibly pick somebody up. But the question is, who should you start with? Because there's always going to be that Galio flying right in.
Yeah, whoever you want to choose. Hotin, Tommy, even Lokian when the Killer Instinct activates. It's just very, very difficult to see who your target priority is going to be. And with that, again, QWQ isn't exactly too pressured because Lokian is going to be crazy towards the later stages of the game. And as well as they're building towards, you know, the late game Elder Drake win condition. And that's the time they can say, hey, we're going to be winning every single team fight because Banana, again, they didn't really exactly, all the lanes lost. Look at the very sad KDA. The tears are now on the side of Banana. The Banana is crying.
Well, if they're crying, maybe can we get an ooh-woo for that? But before we go into that ooh-woo, that's looking almost getting hunted down, but instead, it's the Vanguard getting caught off. Now Vendetta turns going for a tap bit. Banana has a chance in this. Vanguard's edge locks them down, but the rest of Banana, they're already falling right back. They say, where are you going, Banana? This is going to be a double kill for Tommy.
Wow.
The rest will falter, leaving only Soul behind.
What a fight coming from QWQ. Vendetta tried his best to find an opportunity to knock up.
And that's where he will burn, and the Flash will have to give away tier 2 mid lane. QWQ, they're looking better than ever, and they might just be able to end this game right here, right now. Soul has to retreat. He's got no mana, my friend. And QWQ will open up this series here with the lead.
Look at that. QWQ turning the tables, flipping the script, and this